Now in this job there are some cars you'd like to spend the day with, then there are other cars you don't really want to give back at the end. And I think today might be one of those days, because today I am playing with and looking at the AE86, or Corolla as you might know it, and its rather shapely descendant, the GT86. Could be a fun day. We should start with the old Stager really, and when I say Stager I mean that literally. This thing swept all before it as a rally car, as a race car, and as the internet knows, probably one of the most famous drift cars. In fact, if you haven't got Initial D coming up in your YouTube playlist after this video, we need to have words. I think the thing that impresses me most about this car, and you have to think when it came out, which was the mid-80s, a time when everybody was doing front-wheel drive hot hatches, but Toyota insisted on sticking with the traditional recipe, a peppy motor, and the peppiest motor, we'll talk about that in a minute, rear-wheel drive, and almost perfect 50-50 handling balance. In fact, handling so good, it's still a benchmark today. Now it came with a few great motors, this car, but the one that everybody wants, the icon, the legend, the one that's in this car is the Don. It's the 4AGE. Now on paper, doesn't look all that. 1.6, 130 horsepower, but it's a classic case of where the numbers don't tell the full story. It is one of the most entertaining little engines ever to be put into a passenger car. It's stupid. Makes a lot of great noises as well. Now you see what this car had, rather than great globs of turbocharged torque, which was kind of the fashion at the time, is something else, a willingness to rev that makes a motorbike look tardy. And crisp handling and brilliant driver feedback. It sets standards then, it sets standards now. But I think as well, something else this car had was an absolutely fantastic styling for the time. Some of the best to come out of Japan. Yes, it was about as 80s as a synth solo, but if you see my wardrobe, you'll know that's no bad thing. So today, as a classic car, it's about as gilt-edged an investment as having a Rembrandt on the wall. But as an act you'd want to follow, I don't think I'd want to be that guy. It was the FT86 concept of 2009 that got everyone excited about the fact that legendary 86 was about to rejoin the Toyota range. But with such big shoes to fill, a lot of us petrol heads wondered if the resulting showroom model that eventually landed in 2012 would be as much fun to drive. Thankfully, none of that worried Mr. Tada and his engineering team, who then went on with their technical partners at Subaru to create a car that I think is perhaps even better. Now it's a very slippery car, just 0.27 coefficient of drag. That is exceptional in this class, and an incredibly low centre of gravity. Not just low for a sports car, but low for some supercars. And then there's the rotation point, the point where you feel as a driver what the car's doing. They've put that right by the driver's hip, so you feel absolutely everything. Talk about the apple not falling far from the tree. So you're probably wondering, is it fast? Well, if your other car's a Ferrari, no. But it does have 200 horsepower. It's pretty quick. And if you're looking for a car to boast pub numbers, you're kind of missing the point of the GT86. This is a car to have fun at any speed. This is as much fun at 20 miles an hour as it is at 120 miles an hour. That's the point of this car. Usable performance. Just like its dad. Oh, and there's something else that hasn't changed either. This one really loves to rev. There you go. It's very comfortable, of course. I have all mod cons in here. It's also fairly practical too. The rear seats fold down absolutely flat, and I love this fact. That resulting space is the exact right size to take 4 track day wheels and tyres, and that fact more than any other tells you everything you need to know about the ethos of this car. Now the really crazy thing is, because of the sheer desirability of the AE86, you can now pay as much for a really good one of these as you can for a brand new GT86. Which is kind of a tough choice to make, isn't it, really? But if you're looking for an analog car in a digital age, this might very well be it. It's a bit like listening to 80s music on iTunes. It's all the stuff you loved about yesterday, but with all the convenience of modernity. There's a lot to be said for that.